1. Homo habilis, the first toolmakers. For millions of years, modern humans were not alone on Earth. One of the earliest human species was Homo habilis. They appeared around 2.4 million years ago in Africa. At first glance, they looked more like apes than modern humans. They had long arms, smaller bodies, and smaller brains. Most were only about 1.3 meters tall and weighed around 30 to 45 kilograms. Their average lifespan was only 20 to 30 years. Life was extremely dangerous. Huge predators hunted them constantly. But Homo habilis had something unique. Intelligence. They became the first known humans to make stone tools. Using sharp rocks, they cut meat, cracked bones, and protected themselves. Scientists believe eating more meat helped their brains slowly grow larger over time. Without Homo habilis, human evolution may have never begun. 2. Homo erectus, the fire masters. Then came Homo erectus. They appeared around 1.9 million years ago and became one of the most successful human species in history. Incredibly, they survived for nearly 2 million years. Unlike earlier humans, Homo erectus looked much more modern. They had taller bodies, longer legs, and stronger muscles. Some grew as tall as 1.8 meters. They were also excellent walkers and runners. Scientists believe they could travel huge distances across open land. And they became the first humans to leave Africa. Over time, they spread into Asia and Europe, but their greatest discovery was fire. Fire changed everything. It gave humans warmth during freezing nights, protection from dangerous animals, and cooked food that was easier to eat and digest. Some scientists believe cooked food helped human brains evolve faster. Evidence even suggests Homo erectus gathered around fires at night, possibly communicating and forming stronger social groups. This may have been the beginning of human society. 3. Homo heidelbergensis, the giant hunters. Hundreds of thousands of years later, Homo heidelbergensis appeared. They were powerful hunters with large muscular bodies and bigger brains. These humans hunted giant animals like horses, giant deer, rhinoceroses, and even elephants. They used carefully made wooden spears and worked together in groups. This showed advanced planning and teamwork. Scientists believe Homo heidelbergensis later evolved into two different human species, Neanderthals in Europe and Homo sapiens in Africa. That means they may be the common ancestors of both us and Neanderthals. 4. Neanderthals, the Ice Age humans. Then came the Neanderthals. They lived across Europe and Western Asia during the Ice Age. Their bodies were built for freezing temperatures. They had thick bones, huge muscles, short powerful legs, and wide noses that helped warm cold air before breathing it in. Neanderthals were shorter than modern humans but far stronger. Some may have been physically stronger than any human alive today. And surprisingly, their brains were sometimes even larger than ours. For many years, people believed Neanderthals were primitive and unintelligent, but scientists later discovered the truth. Neanderthals made tools, used fire, wore clothing made from animal skins, built shelters, and buried their dead. Some evidence even suggests they created art and wore jewelry. They also cared for injured members of their groups. Some skeletons show serious injuries that healed over many years, meaning others helped feed and protect them. But the biggest discovery was even more shocking. Modern humans and Neanderthals met each other. And they had children together. Today, many humans still carry Neanderthal DNA inside their bodies. That means Neanderthals are not completely gone. Part of them still survives inside us. Around 40,000 years ago, however, the last Neanderthals disappeared forever. No one knows exactly why. Possible reasons include climate change, disease, competition with Homo sapiens, or simply smaller populations. 5. Denisovans, the mystery humans. Another mysterious human species was the Denisovans. Scientists discovered them from only a few bones, a finger bone, several teeth, and tiny fragments. Yet DNA testing revealed something incredible. These bones belonged to an entirely unknown human species, Very little is known about how Denisovans looked, but scientists believe they lived across Asia and survived in harsh environments. What makes them truly fascinating is that some humans alive today still carry Denisovan DNA, especially people living in Tibet and Southeast Asia. One Denisovan gene helps humans survive in places with extremely low oxygen, such as the Himalayas. Even though the Denisovans disappeared long ago, their genes survived through modern humans. 6. Homo floresiensis, the hobbit humans. One of the strangest human species was Homo floresiensis. They lived on a small island in Indonesia. These tiny humans were only about 1 meter tall and weighed around 25 kilograms. Because of their size, scientists nicknamed them the hobbits. At first, researchers believed the skeletons belonged to sick modern humans. But later discoveries proved they were a completely different species. Even with tiny brains, Homo floresiensis made tools, hunted animals, and controlled fire. They even hunted dwarf elephants living on the island. Scientists believe island life caused them to shrink over thousands of years because food and resources were limited. This process is called island dwarfism. 7. Homo luzonensis, the hidden humans. Another recently discovered species was Homo luzonensis. They were discovered in the Philippines in 2019. Their bodies looked like a strange mix of human and ape features. Their feet looked modern, but their curved fingers looked primitive. This discovery shocked scientists because it proved human evolution was not simple. Different human species evolved in completely different ways across the world at the same time. Human history turned out to be far more complicated than anyone once believed. 8. Homo sapiens, the last humans. Finally, there was Homo sapiens. Us. Modern humans first appeared in Africa around 300,000 years ago. Unlike other human species, Homo sapiens developed advanced language, creativity, and large social groups. Humans learned how to cooperate better than any other species on Earth. We created art, music, tools, religion, agriculture, cities, and eventually civilizations. Humans crossed oceans, explored deserts, survived freezing climates, and eventually traveled into space. Slowly, as humans spread across the planet, the other human species disappeared. Today, only one remains. Us. But if you traveled back in time tens of thousands of years ago, you would not have been the only human on Earth.